Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all for developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all for developments now we nation Salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion. You for know about Salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien. We no go left nothing bien no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all for developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come developments now we country TV. Unify, sensitize, and inform we all for developments now we nation Salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history,
defeating the lives of fake people.
waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say, and we like we self and better Salon.
Good morning, Asori. Welcome una. We like we self and better Salon. This is not the Unity Morning Show. Today, na the 26th December 2025. We dey broadcast live now with studio na 48 Shaker Stephen State. Through the platform where you dey watch you can be part of the conversation. Let we stick to the issue, let we talk on the issue. Let we not attack personality, let we responsible in with comments. For we Christian brothers and sisters, how be the Christmas? Hope una get some good one with una family. And as the festive season they continue, as we approach the new year, hope say we when our drivers go drive responsibly. Please, love we not drink and drive. If you choose for drink, then not drive. Today, una all will get to see the face of the beautiful Mami Aja. Now me one day na the studio today. And we go get forget na the studio Professor Alhaji Njai. We are the founder of Project 1808. The project they about forget a festival on leadership and science. We pose the question how this impactful to young Sierra Leoneans. So continue for day with we and be part of the conversation, be respectful, be civil. We go for a quick commercial and we go be right back.
Hello everybody, my name is Shaina, I'm a staff from One Mobile, and today I'm here to shed light on the outdoor campaign that you've been seeing on social media. So the campaign covers both our existing One Broadband clients and our new One Mobile clients. Now for existing One Broadband clients who already have the fiber at home, you can get our 5G MiFi for 50% off and add to your existing One Broadband bill at no monthly cost. Now for new clients, you can get a free fiber installation and zero cost of MiFi by just paying 1699. So you get fiber at home and 5G on the go. The monthly subscription fee will be 1499 plus 200 leones monthly rental and service fee. So for more info, you can call us on 3333.
As government and stakeholder them, they continue to implement the Productive Social Safety Net and Youth Employment Program (PSSNYE). The World Bank we don't give Salon government $42 million for. National Commission for Social Action (NACSA) they use part of this amount for transfer money to us and family them. We pay per smart. Now area them will not receive nothing yet through the Social Safety Net Program. For sake of this, government will extend this facility to new hostel we pay the money. Same way so NACSA they use part of this money for give money to Salon people for start their own business. Train and mentor people them and connect them for agricultural program them where the government and non-governmental organization body them they operate. NACSA they also give this money to over 7,000 youths them to provide them with short-term work opportunity them upline through the Sustainable Cash for Work program.
As all this dey be, Freetown City Council go use spend this money for about over 6,000 youth dem for clean the city and do other public work dem na Freetown.
The National Youth Commission (NACOM) go use some of this money for support new and old youth group them for open their own business them na Freetown. Inside they go able get access to money, training and counseling, but how for improve their own business them.
And then go implement this program na Bo, Makeni, Kenema, Potloko and Freetown.
For complaints, comments and inquiries, call Anti-Corruption Commission or 077-985-985 or 077-986-986 or toll-free line on Africell, QCell and Orange 8515. This message will come out from the Anti-Corruption Commission ACC with support from the World Bank, UNICEF and the government of Sierra Leone.
Welcome back, viewers. We get now the studio Professor Alhaji Njai. Say hello to Fambo.
Thanks for getting me at the studio. And
the founder for Project 1808 and then they're about to celebrate for do a festival on science and leadership. So we will get to ask some more questions and you self go there for be part of the conversation. Professor, for the benefit of the viewers, you can tell we waiting exactly because some of them might not ever able Project 1808 waiting na the Project 828 and waiting inspire the idea of Science and Leadership Festival.
Sure.
Salute.
Thank you very much. And I must say happy holidays and Merry Christmas belated to all the listeners and also Happy New Year's in advance. So Project 1808, if you dey Koinadugu and Falaba district, na a household name. Because it don't be about a 10-year project from, let's say, 2011, when I begin come back in this country and start for, as a small project, na Koinadugu for give back, mentor young people. And so we started in 2011 for recruit maybe about 56 students, give them scholarships, give them educational support, get teachers where they mentor them, and then get an after-school program with it. The after-school program day, been there 3 days of the week, and then we also begin for engage them in problem solving, like doing as part of, for let you get support from we, if I do community project, if I do community service, and if I also go around the community, do community learning. So, as I said, back in 2011, we start with 56 students, 24 with the JSS1. The other 24, we pick them up from class 4, right? Class 4. And we begin mentor them in things and way, practical skills and stuff, the way that they do, enrich them beyond the classroom. And I've been fortunate for get teachers we are higher from the schools. We are noticing have been very good teachers, so that then go engage them again one-on-one. The idea was that if we enrich this speaking there, so how then go perform outside of the general population we then do. So over time, we begin to see success, right? These students, and they do well, we get mentoring programs. We decide for do peer-to-peer mentoring back as part of the program. We do the one day in the JSS, being the mentor, the one day in the primary school. And we created almost a big brother, big sister kind of thing, or an uncle, a mama and what is it. But over the years, the thing grow. And for then sets of students, then they will be they do small, basic science and technology, leadership, enrichment program them among them. So they can organize, so they can say chemistry. How to make chemistry easy? Because sometimes the biggest challenge you will get, the way things are taught, they make and look hard. You know, the way you don't experience that math teacher can't teach you math. They don't give you hot mental. They don't give you that way the multiplications, and it make the thing a little bit more complex and hard. So the thing. So how we wanted to make it fun, easy, and so somebody who self way not to a science student, when an art student go see, I can able to do this, I can able to do this.
This is not only for people where they color or
No, yeah, it's not Kabbalah. Yes, only Kabbalah at this time. Yeah. So we started it with these sets of students. It started expanding. Then we say, well, you know what? This thing is very interesting. We can now do this beyond the Pekin, the only way they deal with na Kabbalah, right? We go now want to extend this nationally so that other Pekin, other students, other schools then go benefit from this enrichment, even if now 1, 2, 3 days. We young students then we project or program. Fortunately, then they get continually this program because then they Kabbalah, and then we base, and then we think. But as a way of creating a spillover nationally, we say, you know, allow extend this. So I don't know which year again we start. We started, I forgot which year, but now the 8th year we do this now. So the 8th time we do this, sorry, 8th time.
So why this festival, why not choose for host and a salon? And what in this mean to young people?
So think about it. This year we team, and the previous years we done the build on what do they call STEAM. Not to STEM again, or STEM na science, technology, engineering, mathematics, right? And then with leadership. Now I get for breakdown thing then small for fumble them, right? So STEAM, we do science, technology, engineering, arts, right? Mathematics, medicine, we get STEAM for medicine, and we do leadership, entrepreneurship, along with culture. This year we team na culture, na the cultural foundation, right, around it. The integration of culture within everything. Now you ask the question why this is very important for Sierra Leone. Highly, highly important. Highly, highly important. When you think of any nation in the world, we don't progress. There is no nation we don't progress, we're not able to build in technical skills. There is no nation we don't progress also where you know get the right leadership and build leadership among young people. Now when we talk about leadership, people not understand how broad leadership is. Leadership is broad, not to leadership, not to position. Not to the one way you go sit down a place, me na president, me na minister, me na this, me na that, me na director. That's position. Leadership na a process. So what you would try for build among young people, now the various components of what in leadership be. Let them understand that. What in na empathy? Empathy na a session what they do, right? How people will begin get sorry heart. Would they sit down, get a reflection with people, young, old, and middle age, everyone where they can, for everyone.
Okay, Professor, in your definition of leadership, is it in line with within let's say within we ministers, MPs, and ambassador deportee? Is it in line? Is your definition of leadership in line with
leadership definition? Not come by any leadership can be defined any way you want. Now how you see them, but at the end goal of leadership is to the end goal nine matter, not to the definition. The end goal is to make things happen, to push things. You have to be able to make change, to build change, to create impact. If that's not the key around leadership, regardless of how you define them, it's about creating an impact in the end goal.
Because you make mention, say, not to only for old position and all of that. As for your definition, it go beyond empathy, sympathy, and all of that.
It is. Leadership is not about position, not about process. Not a position, right? Because now we Elman they think most of the time when they say leadership, they think position. But what in leadership mean? For instance, today, this morning at 7:30, we don't come here at the studio. You go don't come earlier. You don't come earlier for start and prepare. That's leadership. If they say the program 7:30, then you na the anchor for the program. You not show up till 7 something. Is that leadership? That's not. For a teacher, right? A teacher where they go to school, he not show up on time. He not come for in class. Students and did it and they wait for him. That's not leadership. So leadership, now the thing them way, no, give me a second, Lago. Leadership is some of the thing what they teach Peking them. They teach leadership in various forms, right? Mindfulness, na a session. How for be mindful? How for be mindful of other people? What did they say? What did you not for say? Right? That's leadership. You not go say something where they put down somebody. That's not leadership. You not go say somebody where they attack somebody in a way. That's not leadership. Mindfulness is about saying, this thing they wrong in my society, how I go change them, how I go create an impact. This gutter, they na so, it a Hamburg people learn. How we go take an initiative, you as a leader in your community, mobilize everybody, now we go fix that gutter. That's not leadership. So we also they look at leadership. We get a whole session where now a wall of Pan-African leaders, a wall of inspiring leaders. Leaders we don't inspire we, right? Where then don't come and effect change. Then don't create that impact. We they get a whole wall, where from the past to the present, you know, from the Baibures to the present. That they also give people, because when they learn this in school, students when they learn this, you know, they get an opportunity for learn leadership in school. You know, this is one of the basic problem of the education system in our country. We they go in and learn mathematics, we they learn all them here, but now most of what they do, now cognitive learning. Cognitive learning for go cram and pass. But what we know they do, now character-based learning. Character-based learning, now in they build you ability for be disciplined, your ability for be determined, your ability for be for also be proactive, for solve things them. If you not get character-based learning, not just cognitive learning you go do, now what in no more you learn at school. Now make would they produce significant amount of graduates in 2025 when compared to 1960 where we get independence.
But me they review that most of them courses where we study can get ethics. If you are doing journalism, you get ethics in journalism. If you are doing nursing, you get ethics in nursing. Then we'll teach you all of them professional thing there. But some people can choose not for practice.
Well, there is one thing about they're still cognitive. It's still cognitive learning. It's not based on actual attitude and adopting in practice. There's a difference. You get knowledge about something, but there is a difference about getting knowledge about the thing and actually practicing it. Where they do research, where they see the discordance. You they see people get knowledge, like are they in health? You they get knowledge, say, I need for wash my hand, right? That's go prevent germs from getting. But you they really practice them. You get them, you imbibe them, you understand them. You really get the attitude towards them. This is where the social science become important, socio-behavioral things. Where would they go into public health? Where would they go into medicine? This is not who they lead right now across the world. Okay. For instance, somebody go know everything about, you can't tell you say I know Mpox, everything about Mpox. But truly, it adhere. Truly, it do the things them. Way for prevent transmission infection.
So it boils down to the individual if you're ready for accept or not.
It not boil down to the individual.
It might be taught, but you go choose not for
that. It's also cultural. It's cultural, right? Cultural, because it gets for be a set of things them over time where they influence other things. So it not necessarily say it boil down. But what they happen is that educational systems is based on rote memorization. That ethics way you go learn na journalism, how much people they practice them. That ethics way don't learn in legal thing, how much people they practice them.
We practice them.
Very little in some ways. Very little. Because I understand ethics. Me, I'm a student of bioethics. I did the ethics committee in Sierra Leone. I lead that, you know, with the Ministry of Health. Okay. But ethics is a big area for understand what ethics entail. Ethics is a very powerful thing. Ethics, they in every element of a society. Corruption, you know, corruption is a fundamental part of what ethics means, right? In many other circles where they talk about ethics. Ethics is now one of the most powerful, very powerful and broad area. But it also boils around the fundamental things again we talk about around leadership. Under ethics, you get to understand mindfulness, because now the major part of ethics, being mindful, right? I know we just can't snap you. I know we just snap you and go post them, right? Regardless, I need to get your own permission. So these are all leadership things that are embedded.
Snapping, it gets consent, or it gets one way go take a bit. Let's say in the interest of public interest, if I see you, they do something, and if I talk, I might not get evidence, this, that. Not in all cases, but there are some cases where exception take.
Yeah.
So
but
how this festival, they respond to the current challenges faced with youth, education, and empowerment in the country?
So we did do we bit, as a thing from 2011 to currently. This festival now a part of providing enrichment for young people, and it's also part of building technical mastery. It's part of building leadership at all levels, which is critical for young people, critical for adults, critical for children at all stages, and it's also bringing together people from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. People, they come up from America, people, they come up from Liberia, Guinea, other countries in Africa coming to this festival, building networks, creating interaction, knowledge exchange, right? Building a sense of entrepreneurship. With Stations, the festival is all in one. It gets science, it gets technology, it gets engineering, it gets arts, it gets mathematics, it gets medicine, you get environment, you get culture, which is paramount to everything we do. And then you get leadership and you get entrepreneurship. We get people who are entrepreneur them. Then get for camp. We then don't start them young from somewhere. Then can set up. Then we can tell people their story, but also show people what they don't do. Right? From starting maybe from nowhere, then don't do something. You get, if you want to understand biology, you get stations where they give in-depth, but also they give much more things around biology. If you do engineering, you get people, we get organizations also when are engineering companies, they can set up things where they show how would they use local materials for do something, for innovative things.
Okay, for the students,
wait, let me finish. Yeah. So you get like a lot of different things where they basically impact young people at all. Because what do they try to do? What's not the idea here? The fundamental idea is about thinking, how we able to think for ourselves, how we able to solve with problems. The biggest thing where we don't get as Africans is that we don't surrender with thinking, with mental infrastructure to others. So we need to think for ourselves. Now others they think for we and can give us solutions and ideas, and then we implement it. And then the worst of all is that we know they also provide the money for we thinking, for that thinking day. So others they think for we, then can give we ideas.
Justify the more. What do you mean by others they think for we and give we the money? I don't say we are donor-driven country, but again, we get good policies.
But those policies, every policies we get is developed from outside of Sierra Leone. Every policy, yes. Every policy, every idea, every thought process, everything you learn in school is driven by Western ideas. Everything you develop as policies is driven by outside interests. Every workshop is driven by an outside supported program. So everything, on average, is basically we don't surrender with ideas, with mental infrastructure to others. And now, not only that, we're dependent on them also for fund them. So when you don't surrender your mental infrastructure to others, and you depend on them also for fund them, you will be willingly or unwillingly controlled, right? So you're not able to develop dignity, you're not able to develop sovereignty, right? And today, this morning, you wake up, this morning, the largest country in Africa, the most powerful, Nigeria, you see the news. Nigeria, the largest country in Africa. That country, America don't hit them, right? They're not getting no way for defend. And here we are talking about sovereignty, talking about technology, talking about deterrent, dignity, and all those things. When you surrender your mental, when you surrender your food infrastructure, your stomach infrastructure to others, you depend on others for feed you, you depend on others for your ideas. Now that, everything we study in our Western ideas, Western theories. We ever get anything where they say, now this now we on African models, where they push forward. People they study through university, they even ever understand indigenous medicine. They even understand their own languages. They know they speak their own languages. So we're not able effectively decolonize. And this is the reason we make this festival very important. Because this festival, we get culture, we learn about culture, we learn about indigenous knowledge systems, we learn about all those aspects where they also enable we for be innovative. They be modern. No society they be modern if you lack memory. They call yourself a modern society if you lack culture. Now your culture now in the form the basis of your modernization. America today would they celebrate Christmas. Europe would they celebrate Christmas. They don't popularize another culture. Now based on that culture would they celebrate. Would they jump now, would they do Halloween? Now what's culture that? Not in culture. Would they consume capitalism? Not in culture. Would they consume? What in we they offer when are based on what they build out of. If you not get a modernity out of inheritance, your traditional inheritance, it's like you not get memory. Okay. And at that we don't lack because we not get any memory of things. People they go school, we not get memory of the war, we not get anything with the teach them, we not get memory of many things, it not be effective. So those things form the basis by which it push people, it create the how they call them, the drive, the motivation for let you do and change things.
I don't know if you are aware of President Bio in declaration of January 18 for this and day for the celebrate time. So students or picking them will be taught in our school.
It's good. It's good. It's a good thing.
The importance, people will suffer, people will give their life for see that this country be peaceful.
It is good.
See all these they aim at cultural building for go back to reality, for go back to history, for know how we come out so we go understand how we go. It's
all good. This is not thing we've done the ask for. Some of we done the push for this for many years. Right?
It don't be actualized.
It don't be actualized. But there is a difference between saying something but also putting the structures, right, where they lead to it. None of us declare a day is a thing, but there has to be effective value teaching, cultural education in the schools, teaching these things. There has to be a shift. There has to be a lot more, right? So one day of things not mean that this don't happen. It's a good thing. That finally we get that day. We don't ask for this for many years. We don't write about it. We don't do things. But there has to be more done towards these sectors, towards stuff. We don't day adrift. That adrift day is huge.
I think we're not going to assess the impact now till it begin the right.
Well, it not happen yet. It just then say next year. So it's okay. Let's not get to that. Let's get back to science and leadership. This is the key thing. What do they do? Yes.
Waiting at the whole way, leadership training alongside science education, they create or they play in the minds of young or youth development.
Leadership is important in all sectors. Yes. Whether you're an engineer, whether you're a scientist, whether you're a medical doctor. In fact, as I'm saying, technical leadership is the fundamental thing. If you not get technical leadership, you're not able to develop anything. You go be somebody who don't come out with an engineering degree. But what in the move you say, let you create an engineering design where they solve a problem in society, that's his leadership.
So for far long, are you students them where you don't the mentor throughout these years.
Let me finish me building first. Give me time. Right? When you interrupt me, they cut me thought process. They cut those. Right? Let go step by step. Right? So, if you talk about leadership in science, in technology, engineering, it is fundamental. Right? Me and Dr. Njai, and me and just one doctor from Sierra Leone. But why Agodena Sierra Leone and are listed in the most influential scientists in the world in America, right? And not because of a thing about leadership where you don't show in different aspects, right? Before now, I don't involve in development of over 300 different products around the world globally with Procter & Gamble, but also development of Ebola vaccines and all that stuff. But also, beyond that, is the leadership you show with impacting capacity, mentoring others, building others, creating others, bringing people up. That's leadership. When I be up as a technical person or other thing, I just did by myself, I don't mentor any other person, then you not show leadership. Leadership is, as you go up, you bring others up. In any field where you do, whether it's medicine, whether it's science, whether it's engineering, whether it's in arts, in others. And with Project 1808, that's essentially what we don't do. That's now your next question.
So what's in exactly some of the students there don't do, where we go watch out and say, oh, this one, now we go point us as indicators, say, okay, you are getting it very right, or you are getting it right.
So many of our students now involved in climate change, very strong climate change activism. In fact, some of them, they now very national, at national level. We student from Project 1808 was the only student selected by Plan International for represent Sierra Leone as a youth team at the Africa Climate Summit, right? And currently now one of the strong climate activists in Sierra Leone. Also again that from we stations them on environmental science, climate change. We do simple experiment where they indicate climate change. Second, we get this year alone, I'm not going to tell you the number of students graduating. We get women like you, young girls like you, Aiba, Sila, and others, civil engineering from Bay College. You know civil engineering tough. Come on, Dugu. Then graduate. Now, remember that again. We get right now Monet Conte, physics from Bay College. You know physics stuff. You know how many people can graduate in physics? You know physics? Physics na be what physics now one person they commander. You know graduate. So now Monet graduate physics. Now what's he dey China right now. He do PhD in physics. That's now we student. In 10-year experiment, we get PhD in physics. They go PhD. Now 10-year experiment, we get the Nakomas, the Mohammed. He don't go clinical. He don't go 4th year. We get many others where they don't finish. Then in addition, it's plenty. You're not able to keep track. It's plenty. The impacts are many. Within a 10-year, if you just take your time and go Kwenadugu, not a household, not a generational thing. Because what we do is a generational. We get primary, we get secondary, the nursery, then they come up, then they come with them, brother them. So it's generational. And with that also, we don't nurture them by creating a college within the community.
Young one, they work in the primary, waiting this exposure to this science and technology training go influence the career path.
Oh, it's very powerful. That tending are the most important. 4-year-old, 3-year-old, now the most important point. The brain is very powerful at 4 years and 5 years and up to 3, 4, 5. They need that 10, then they get all the curiosity. Now that 10, then they think around and they see things differently, then innovative. In fact, one of the reasons why I like for work with them primary school picking, 3-year, 4-year, 5-year, now because whenever I go there, they learn from them. You say, oh, why? You dey learn from 3-4-year-old. 3-4-year-old are the best for learn from if you want to be innovative. Because the way then they think, then they see the world differently, way it's not diluted, and the world is not biased by anything. They not get na their mind, this na APC, this na SLPP, they not get na their mind, this na black, this na white. Their mind is open. So then they see things differently. Me, as an adult, my mind don't begin be biased. I don't sabi certain things. I don't begin to think some things. Now I make picking, he go see snake, he not afraid. Right? So then they say they go see, the snakes have not even do something to her because the picking, they see them, but they see something different. Me, don't learn, say, that snake na bad thing. When I see them, they react differently. So this is why engaging young people, their mind open. And at that stage is the stage where they capture them. When you capture them at that stage with leadership, with empathy, with techniques, technology, science, engineering, you begin shape their mind. And you begin for make sure, say, as in they grow up, now in they begin the thing for create the innovative mind among them. So this is very critical. Now make we they bring the young people, they picking them, or they bring the secondary picking them. We also, they bring the adults them, it open to all. So the festival, it open to all. The adults then, we get panel discussions. We get various panel discussions, we're in a critical discussions. These discussions they are in the focus on, one, health. We get health professionals. Key health professionals who come, we dissect the health issue, and we talk about how we innovate around them. The people who are engineers, we will talk about engineering innovation. We get various ones. Even journalism, we get journalism and ethics. Last time, 2 years ago, we hold a panel with esteemed journalists from Sierra Leone. And then sit on a panel, we talk about how we will create ethics, the nexus of journalism and ethics. Then at the same time, we get many other panels mixed with culture. Cultural performances, cultural engagement, we get traditional people coming in. Also, they expose their own cultural aspects.
So waiting at the long-term vision where Project 828 gets for students the way go get for participate in a.
So the vision is, the thing is a continuum. Currently, every student we don't come to we festivals, don't get to something. Every student we don't interface with Project 1808. We get the likes of BJ today, now one of the big directors in Sierra Leone. I don't even mention that. You know, they direct and they lead the University of Sierra Leone theater group. Out of we engagement over maybe it don't day from the first beginnings. Out of those engagement, BJ don't go college, now Afrobe College. He don't now they lead the theater group now for Bay College. And now one of the big directors, movie directors na Sierra Leone, he don't create couple movies where they show na different ends. And the vision, we don't already begin on the vision. Out of what we don't do with Project 1808, now that vision end up move into setting up the college in Kwenadugu. Kwenadugu College now a product of that vision. So everything we would experiment with the science and leadership, everything we would do, enrichment, bringing culture in, indigenous knowledge, interdisciplinary, liberal art education, all those kind of things, it all embedded within the college.
So
and so
how this initiative align with Sierra Leone National Development Goal in education and...
my sister, that question, if I ask yourself, that question.
No,
that question is yeah, but it's
how we align.
It's aligned. I mean, this is aligned with education. You know, whether basic and technical, it aligned with even tourism. So yesterday, out of Truth Media, let me be thing with you. After Truth Media, Minister of Tourism called me, right? This says this is highly aligned with the direction the Ministry of Tourism and Culture is looking at. How do you align? How do you build culture within the educational systems? How do you build culture within things? So then they come. It align with health, Ministry of Health, right? That is why, listen, that is why the National Public Health Agency they come. That is why the Ministry of Health they come. Most people they come. It align with leadership. That is why many other people, they come. So it align with basically everything around human development, people development, community development in country. It align with everything. So when we make, it's a one-stop shop thing, right? We no go able to change everything in the country. That na government in work. Government na get the big head. What we they do is to complement. Government see what in these small entities and they do in our communities, it come in within might. And he say, that's what leadership is. Leadership na 4 different things, 4 focus areas. Leadership from government perspective, it will be about scanning your environment. You scan it. You see what in they go on. Hey, this one they do something, a unity broadcast. Oh, then they do well. Let's see how they can inject something there. Oh, Truth Media Day. Oh, Project 18 Day Kabbalah. Oh, wow, that community, then they do this thing. So that's scanning. After that, you align. You see where it align with your own things which they talk about now. And after that, you mobilize resources. You find, you go scan for resources. How I go build this thing, how I go help this thing. And then beyond that, the last part for leadership, you inspire. You inspire. So they count on government. What we they do in Sierra Leone, not for Kande, we not they anti to voting government. We they align with voting. We they try for complement voting government they do. Facebook today is big, but Facebook get a lot of U.S. government support. Now it make them big. Apple today is start from a small thing, but Apple today is big because it get a lot of injects of subsidies and loans and money from the U.S. government where they support them for let them become what they be. The companies where I work for, like Procter & Gamble, $44 billion company, but yet still the government of the U.S., they support them with tax breaks, support them with things that they cushion certain area, they protect them. Government na ultimately get the biggest power for do things. We na just small citizens where they say, you know what, beyond me small work way at the Duna College, beyond being a professional, lay a try for impact society. We're not go able do everything. We're not go able get the same might. We'll not get them. In fact, Project 1808, they operate on 0 donor. That now we strategy. 0 donor. We don't want donor. If you want come for support, it's okay. You can come. But if you align with your vision. But we know they go actively out, say, can't support this. We they build everything from community. So me, my friends, Uda want for can Sierra Leoneans, Uda make for able support. If you there anywhere na Sierra Leone, where you say, okay, this is a great idea. I go able sponsor me school picking there na me area. I go able sponsor this right now. We don't get Professor Francis Amara from the Kenema Science and Technology team at Kenema. Every year, this man, they sponsor, picking them from Kenema. We don't get Anna. Anna, na woman way, he been there London. He come back na Kamabai. He build a school. He did Kamabai did. He don't return Kamabai. Every year, before would they even say would they make, he they sponsor picking them from Kamabai. And at the same time, he they say, here, Dr. Njai, here, this donation for help with food, water, and other things. We see, even I don't see my sister Hawa, retired from the UN, don't they say they reach out. We get many others. So these are the type of things where we can work collectively. What we want for encourage is that let us begin for solve with problems as Sierra Leoneans. Not always for say, this thing, pass we go get this big donor funding. Pass we go get this person outside. Pass we go get this. Let we able for inject. There are people who go able provide 1,000 leons for lay 3 picking them, able go Kabbalah, and we they provide free lodging na Kabbalah, we they provide free food. So if you get 1,000 leons, you will pay them transport. Then can Kabbalah, maybe you get a chaperone where you go there with them, then can benefit. This is how we build collective effort, collective things. Not about just follow wait, somebody come with inject of things and can give it. we can able do things, and that we also try for build. Now we build local ownership.
In order for this impact be long-lasting one, how you think say parents them and community go support the lesson them way then students they are the learn from this event for be sustainable?
That's not why we want. That's why we festival very unique. We festival they bring parents, they bring school picking them, they bring adult, they bring people from everywhere. In fact, as I talked to you this morning, the director of the deputy director for the National Public Health Agency just they send me a text this morning say he don't send in support through Orange Money. These are the things. Everybody, parents and they can. We they open up Kabbalah, inside Kabbalah where this festival happened last year, 2 years ago, because now by annual. 2 years ago, no hotel, nor they empty. No household, nor they Kabbalah, where no host person.
How the parents them exactly and community stakeholders then go for sustain the ideas where you try for inject or where people will get for go give speech or be part of the panel, they inject panel students here.
That's not a part of the goal. You know, part of the goal of creating inspiration, creating things for the young people, the families where they come, the you know, everybody where they come to the place where they get the thing they at the downtown, they in various venues. So families essentially don't understand about Project 1808 within the community for such a long time. And it's now a household name within those areas. So it's not anything strange to them. They know exactly what it is, and there has been a huge support. There has been huge support. Not in the help for cook, not in the help for conserve, not in the come help for bring water. They're also hosting people where they come up from outside and then houses them. Everybody, the hotels them and guest houses na Kabbalah not enough. So the families, the community members, then all they provide rooms, then they host people. But also what in that they create a bond. They create a bond where somebody can lodge in a place when I don't be family already. So most people we don't go to 1808 activities in Kabbalah, where you lodge with a family, you create a connection. You create a connection. But also, then begin understand, what in this? What in that? Wow. Then people here all don't come on other part of the country. Then come for something now with community. What in this thing where they come for? Then they create the curiosity. Let themselves learn about what in them people here come for, what in them they do, what in the essence. And then people and then they explain to some of them family and they beyond we. What in the thing where they come for. Now then they don't create, they nurture. Now you make today the trajectory we'll create from 2011. Kwenadugu no they last anymore and Falaba no they last. We begin and they come to college in mass numbers thanks to that awareness. I did the radio na Kabbalah, I did the community, and all I did Kabbalah all the time. Then they see me, I they walk around that community, I they go teach. I they teach them because I they go spend me time. Saturdays, Fridays, Saturdays, I they go teach. Primary level. I they go teach them. I they do small, I wish I send you pictures and videos, small experiment right now in my backyard with those people. So, what don't happen? I done the indirect or directly, indirectly, we don't now inspire. We don't change the trajectory of education in Kwenadugu district. And that's now, we don't unleash their hidden potential. Then they're everywhere. You go Njala, you go FBC, you go Commerce, you go Unimark, you go EBK, then go tell you, Makeni, if you go Makeni now, then go tell you. EBK and Unimark is dominated by Kwenadugu student and Falaba student. And ask any Kwenadugu and Falaba student, then go tell you about, he then wake up and sleep, so then go tell you about 1808. Because we trickle, that base, it's a base we created from all levels, at all levels. And we continue and now, thankfully, we nurture that, sustain them through the college. Now the college now an extension of 1808. And now the college, they take all these programs. What don't they do? Now they become institutionalized.
So wetin na your message for parents the way no dey see science as a visible pathway for them pikin dem?
Every parent for think of endless possibilities for them picking them. Parents not for think say, now this not the possibility for me picking, now this not the possibility. You know, me way they talk now are not being ever feel say I they go through a science route, you know. It's all about finding that moment of truth. That moment of truth is very important. Sometimes they now this small exposure na in they go create that moment of truth say, I can able to do science. Most times, if you not get the exposure, you they feel say, I'm not able to do this. I'll give a perfect example. We get Abdullahi Conte, A. Conte, one of the 1808 students, na commercial stream even day, right? And in commercial stream, it was good. He was doing his commercial stuff. Then he begin exposed to biology. Would they do biology? Would they do the microscope? Would they do the stuff? Then one time I do the stuff with them, you know, it help me. It set up stuff, would they do the slides, would they do the stuff and all the things then. Later, he pick it up. Now him begin facilitate microscopy. And then later, now he come to me and say, Doctor, I don't want to go this. I want to do physiotherapy now. Now I want to go through a physical science and stuff. Now that I want to do. Now I don't want to get to this thing. Now I say how? He say, then get this program at Masanga. I will go to Masanga. Now he say, okay. I say, well, go apply. You go apply to Masanga. The guy in Masanga say, you don't get science. You get a commercial. Now I say, well, I call the director now, the head of the place. Now I say, I write a recommendation letter. I go stand. I go tell you, say, this guy go perform really well. And now he's done. He don't graduate with physiotherapy. So it's all about the exposure, the right exposure. When you get the right exposure, you'll be able to do anything in life. Now, it make mortal man, as I go back again, some of the decisions what they make, some of the decisions where school picking they make, is based on the way they teach, the pedagogy, the way things are related to them, and the way then they understand things. Then. I get my niece now, he finishing was. Then he say, I need for go social work. I said, why you do social work? Well, now they all me party then don't apply. But I said, no, you can try for do sociology, which is more broader. You can do anthropology, you can do stuff, you can get into that. And eventually, you get to that. Now you see it in the world much more differently, right? You can end up for go back and go do in social work for a graduate school, but you don't get the fundamental, the bigger base, right? So this is all about mentoring. Now, in make part of this festival, we get a whole session on career mentoring. This for day as part of the team for everybody.
So how inclusive this project 1808 Day for Disabled?
It's inclusive
and deprived girls.
Everybody. In fact, for many years now, we don't support the blind school in Kabbalah. Project 1808 support the blind school since 2010. And you know what we do? Beyond that, I link them with the blind school in America, a blind school, a Wisconsin School of the Blind. For over 10 years, don't they supply them with braille, with materials, with even ball for let them play ball, them ball where they make sound, they blind them. We don't they work with the blind school, with students then, now we get blind students then within the Project 1808 program. We get disabled, now then plenty. We teach leadership for them also about inclusion. Now we teach empathy. Empathy, then all they sit down, begin understand, a reflective movement, right? Young people then sit down there. You see, for learn something and for reflect on it different. What would they do with the learn? Would they go study cognitive learning? Cognitive learning, I end up go get them degrees. But cognitive learning no equal to reflective, character-based learning. So where they truly understand stuff. Now they create the inclusion, where they begin to teach empathy, they teach mindfulness, and they teach emotional intelligence with leadership. emotional intelligence is very powerful than intelligence. Emotional intelligence is critical for any leader. Okay. Critical because emotional intelligence, if you're not emotionally intelligent, you know they get self-awareness, you know they get social awareness. Emotional intelligence is the fundamental thing for leadership. For understand how yourself, Madingo then they say, Ijerelong, know yourself, understand that, and then understand the society around you. Right? If you know, say, if you not get emotional intelligence, for instance, me, na the only person where a rich na for instance, I mean, the rich person at the eat food, the rest of the population poor around me, that's not emotional intelligence. Me, na the only rich person, up yonder, I get me big house, I get light, the rest of the place get dark. That's not emotional intelligence.
So what's emotional?
Emotional intelligence is about social self-awareness, it's about social awareness. That's not emotional intelligence. Being self-aware, you aware of yourself, your limitations, you're aware of your strength, you're aware of your weaknesses, but you're also aware of the society around you. You're self-aware about society. That's emotional intelligence. And at that time, fundamentally can be lacking in most of we. Everybody for try for building emotional intelligence.
Okay, viewers, wanna thank you for watching. We'll go for a quick commercial and we will be right back.
Hello everybody, my name is Shaina, I'm a staff from One Mobile, and today I'm here to shed light on the outdoor campaign that you've been seeing on social media. So the campaign covers both our existing One Broadband clients and our new One Mobile clients. Now for existing One Broadband clients who already have the fiber at home, you can get our 5G MiFi for 50% off and add to your existing One Broadband bill at no monthly cost. Now for new clients, you can get a free fiber installation and zero cost of MiFi by just paying $1699. So you get fiber at home and 5G on the go. The monthly subscription fee will be $1499 plus 200 leons monthly rental and service fee. So for more info, you can call us on 3333.
Since 2002, NASID has consistently ensured that all NASID pensioners enjoy life and a peace of mind while spending time with family after years of hard work. Therefore, the public is hereby informed. The National Social Security and Insurance Trust, NASID, will conduct a nationwide verification exercise for all NASID retirement pensioners from the 1st of October to the 31st of December 2025. All pensioners must now report to the nearest NASID office for verification. Pensioners who fail to be verified by the 31st December 2025 will have their pensions stopped and can only be reinstated after physical verification.
But what documents must I bring along for verification?
1. Your NASID pension card. 2. Benefit payment voucher, if available. 3. Personal ID. That is, national ID or driver's license or passport or voter's ID or NCRA certificate. And 4. Your bank identification card.
But my uncle is a NASID retirement pensioner staying out of Sierra Leone. What must he do?
It's easy. He must provide the following. 1. A notarized life certificate with a name, pension number and a recent passport photo. 2. Proof of staying abroad. 3. All documents must be scanned and sent via email to publicaffairs@nasid.org.sl or send all hard copies directly to the Director General of NASID at number 32 Walpole Street, Freetown. We count on your cooperation to promote an effective and efficient social security scheme. NASID, we care.
Welcome back, viewers. This is now the Unity Morning Show with the broadcast live now with studio na 48 Shekasiven Street. And today we get at the studio Professor Alhaji Njai. We're the founder of Project 808, and the project they're about to get a festival on science and technology. So for be part of the conversation, continue for what we and send your comments. We will get for answer and reply to some of the comments them where we will get. Professor, people go want to know if we how for be part of this festival, if nothing where we go get for pay for or you can just go and attend the festival?
So the festival is all free, everything free. We need to charge anything. It's all about building community. So when you build community, you need to charge. It's all free. It's all about people coming, share with knowledge. If you sabi something where you go able can teach somebody else, you can come facilitate in one of our stations. If you want for just come participate, yeah, you come participate. You can Kabbalah, you just need for a check between a Project 1808, either with Facebook, or you try for link up with me, or we coordinators we there na Project 1808. If you go Project 1808, either on our website, or you go now with Facebook, you can able link up with we. All we need for know is you they come, so we prepare for you, so that we know say also go apportion person for lodging. Also, we go able plan on the food part, how much people we need to go for cater for food. Then the back important, so that you not just show up without us understanding that you get for camp. That's all that is needed. And then we want people for camp. We want adults, we want parents for come with them, picking them, or if they get a school where then all the support, maybe you can get one teacher and then get few of the students there or some of them for come, then self can teach the others and can learn, train the trainers. You know, so just like waiting Professor Amara on the Duna Kenema, they get couple students there, then come, then they go back and learn and teach the others. And the same thing Nakama by, the same thing also we don't get from McKinney or the other years. And then Freetown Naya, music for girls, then don't they on them from the beginning, the very beginning, for the last 8 times, and they send them picking them and they come, then they can do, then say they perform, then they do stuff, then also they be part of it. So with the hope say, we get school them boku na saloon. Then get strong alumni then, strong, then proud of them school them. You know, we get them all them big school in Freetown. We then they win in the match pass and proud of them picking them. But then, you know, you can able to take small thing, support them, pick it out, let them go get exposure to. You know, not to Freetown, not to the only place in Sierra Leone. Let them also begin see, now make a take on Kabbalah. Part of it is also to promote local tourism. Kabbalah is one of the most beautiful places in Sierra Leone, outside of the beach in Freetown, but it's one of the most beautiful, surrounded by mountains. Beautiful weather. Right now we get the Hamatan weather, it's cold. And then we do hiking, go up the hill on the last day. When if early morning, where if you go up that hill early morning, na Kabbalah, you look down. Not just the dew. You didn't see the turn. The turn.
Festival, how much days you get for
3 days. 3 days
so
of
festival. So what you get for day 1, 2, 3? You don't say, you make mention of hiking, and I know young people go want, plenty people go want to go do this hiking.
The last day, the hiking on the last day. I think it's 3 days here. The last day, the hiking. But we get many things. We get music. We get every day. We get programs from different stations during the day. In the evening, entertainment. We get, in fact, we get some big artists them. Don't they come perform? All them big from McKinney, from Freetown, from different places, and they come perform. So they do theater, music, arts, because now all part of it. What you want to make is that we imbibe the culture, would they imbibe the music, would they imbibe the arts, would they imbibe then the science and other stuff inside them? Because now they make them fun, now they make them easy. In fact, now they hook that. If you hook somebody in with the music, the art, the poetry, and all that stuff, then they can, you know what, I able to do this stuff. I able to do chemistry. I able to do biology. I able to do medicine. I able to do this. Oh, this is interesting. You get to create the hook. Because sometimes some people, then if you say, oh, I can only do this part, I'm not able to do this thing. So now it make the 3 days is packed. We get stations, we cover everything. We get medicine station. We go get some of them with medical students, then go there. Then we medical doctors, then go there. You know, you go know a little about medicine. You go also get yourself screened if you want screen for your pressure. You want check for some few things, then go do those things. But then go excite you for let you know a little bit. Because what you want for make the thing remove that myth. You know, demystify things, demystify the science. Let it not be like now this complex thing. Science not a complex thing. Science then are we everyday life what do they do. Even where they work on science, where they move your foot one left, right, or right, left, whatever they move, na science. Where they dance, na science they pana. Where they do music, that music way in nice, that slow music, you begin get that feeling. All na thing where they work with science and neuroscience and the brain. The music where they make, you know, that music you, the artists they make, na strings or beats. Or those beats are all electrons and protons where they excite, na beats. So all of those na in very, very, very important for understand. Where you make, where you get a story of Baibure, we get a story of Baibure when I will not ever teach Baibure in the most way for teach to we society, right? But if we say we make a big movie of Baibure, you go need science. You can able make animations where somebody go do science for do animations around them. You go and imagine say we create animations for we picking them on Baibure. On them we heroes them, Madame Yoko and others, we create animations so that they not they just consume animations from outside. That's not science.
Any film display or concert for there
all done the
people.
Yeah. We get we get the theater, we get film, we get now a packed 3 days. You know, you get so many things that happen in the stations, and then of course also different stations also the display things like we get a whole research station we get for the show things like data modeling, how you throw something, they show on a screen.
That means say person not go able to also at the same time. You will get for choose a particular area we get interested in.
Exactly.
Side,
so
right?
you would go there. Then what they do is that we get opportunity for can the next day and go to the other side. So you go able to do one. Say for instance today, la go do this, and then with a break with a lot of also cultural things. You go get the fuller performance. You go view Madingo. You go feel Kuranko, Mende, Timni. All man they come do their own thing then and also teach people about what in some of those entail. So we'll take breaks so that your brain not to what in self. But you get it 3 days for go through different things, learn photography. We get stations for photography. Photography is a very important area. Me myself one for learner, but because I like to take pictures. But now I think that we come with your own skills and your own area. So you go there, but you get opportunity back for just hold that camera. Somebody in a professional teach you how to do the different things, the adjusting stuff. You get that skill there. So maybe in a day moment, that exposure, they go realize this is not something when I'm calling. I able to do this. And for a young Pekin, like Naren Kwenadugu or something, we're not exposed to many things. That's an opportunity for say, for the first time I hold this camera, maybe. Now this way you go able to build maybe the greatest photographer where the country don't produce because then exposed to that in the. So the thing them plenty.
We get international guests, like let's say we neighboring countries. We don't get them so far.
Yeah. So this time we get from Guinea. And Liberia, they come, the delegation Liberia. Last time we get Nigeria, we get America. Of course, America, we get a whole contingent of them. And this year also, they expect the Americans, including African Americans, we don't come Sierra Leone, then don't naturalize as Sierra Leoneans, but then they back na the US and they come normally, then can come. Then December tire. So then all the Boku of them they come, now.
For the part of the panel.
Part of different panels because the panels there would organize different sessions. So we'll pick people that way, they do well or renowned at the area. Then all will be part of them. Yes.
Okay. So final one for me. What are your advice we get for young people that when they watch this program, with the game of becoming science leaders?
Well, I mean, to me, you get for get couple things. You get for be disciplined. You get for be determined. You get for be proactive, and you get for get your mind towards learning. Learning is a lifelong process, and if you want to be a scientist, you get for take away a good scientist. I mean, a one for be a good scientist. You get for also think about how you go be a good leader. It go hand in hand. And so you for also know about adversity. adversity important in science, and important in anything, for fail, and then for make mistakes, important. So if you want to be a scientist, no, you got to think, say, you got to overcome many things. You got to think of that things not go work all the time, and then also things no go, you got to make mistakes many a times, and then at the same time also you get for things, say, you get for be much more disciplined, much more determined, and much more proactive for getting them. Now I'll give you an example why sometimes people waking a straight A students them from school. People are waiting feel say then an A student, then a first class, now honor student, and people waiting really extremely good. They're not can normally end up for be either the best scientist or the best impactful engineer or even medical doctor or other stuff then. The reason being, if you not a straight A, oftentimes then you think perfection. You are perfectionist. You don't learn for just get to being perfect. But mortal man, for law we succeed, law we become more successful, we for also think about the imperfection, that the adversity then, the failure, the one day we can fail, now say for instance na college, the one day we then can get average grade like an B or C, sometimes then they become more successful because they don't understand they don't learn from failures, they don't learn from mistakes, they don't learn from many things, and then they go use that day for build the right character. At the end of the day, character na we most important thing. Regardless of what thing you learn. The learning the other things na just techniques, just things. Na just techniques you learn. You learn abi, like journalism, you learn them. You be a professional journalist. But at the end of the day, what will make you a better journalist, now the character we build into them. What in you sense of discipline? What in you determination? What in you drive? What in the other things? Now that they separate you from the others. What in the leadership way they show? If you're a medical doctor, you can be very good. You can be the best neurosurgeon with your hands. But what in they separate you from others, also the character. So now character at the end of the day, na in we try for build among young people them, whether they want to be scientists, whether they want to be community leaders, whether they want to be anything.
Okay, so they take come from professor, say, for build on with characters in whatever you do, and you for really be persevere. Not so one day when a student can end up be science leaders, you can be that student self when not to they perform, we can be an average student. So now we go get for it with text message, there we messages from Facebook. This one they come up from Salongis. It say your project is collaboration with your project in collaboration with the Ministry of Education is the question. And this one again they say, does the project cater for elderly age from 35 and above? And this one they come up from Premier TV. They say, Professor, are you not projecting your Pan-Africanist ideology to these kids? The nation needs to haunt you because our nation has been so for the longest time. So in your ideology, who is going to sponsor the project and how many participants are we expecting to see? And this one they come up for Jonathan. It say, what difference does it make if a child mental infrastructure is captured at age 3, 4, and 5 and later transition into a community with adults whose mental infrastructure has been polluted? And lastly, the last message I will read, this one come up from Green Drum TV, say, to me, I feel like it is not helpful to the general public.
So, thanks for all the comments and all the questions. I think many of the questions, they just reiterate around what you want to discuss. And I think for the most part, for those way, they ask about, how many people they come in. We don't know that number, and that's over the years. The last year, if we go by the last time, 2 years ago, we got over 1,000 people. So that was a large number. So we expect, say, potentially it could be larger than this.
This person,
right?
also, somebody say if the project is in collaboration with our Ministry of
It's
Education.
it's in collaboration with every entity, locally and nationally. Yeah.
If the project they cater for elderly people,
Everyone, old, young, adult, 35, 40, 50, 100, you know, if you do 100, we they cater for everyone. And we get picking them also. At least we they cut them off from 4 years, we don't know it cost too much things.
Yeah, because somebody is concerned on that, say waiting exactly 3, 4, 5 years late. Picking go learn from this, later the community might pollute their idea.
No, well, that is very important. Any inject is key. Even if community go pollute them, is important. Now the imprinting we don't do in them early can be actually an antidote for that. Because if they don't get the right exposure early on, even if they go pollute them somewhere else, that antidote might be, that small antidote we don't get could be the recipe for let them succeed within that community day. So yes, now we not get control. We not get control about who's person go end up being later. But what thing we they do as an organization, we don't know what thing anybody they go be. I don't know the picking the world the mentor. We don't know whether they be a scientist, whether they be a doctor, whether they be a lawyer, whether they be a great journalist, whether they do everything. We don't know. We don't know who side they get for end up being. What thing we they do, now we don't beat, for give them the tools where they need for let them succeed anywhere, right? So now that we they do. We know they can't say, we want for mentor, you let be great engineer, let you go do this, let you go do this. Or we're not able, we not get control, who say you they come out, your mama take you, go carry go na bow from Kwenadugo. We not get control over that. Okay. What thing we get control over, now the basis of providing that exposure, the inject early on, so that they can become whatever they want to be, create the right exposure.
Somebody get concerned, say, if you not go project you Pan-African.
It's good. It's good if I project it, because Pan-Africanism is a relevant framework for we young people. Whether I project in fact, we all for eat and consume Pan-Africanism. We get for consuming at all levels. At all levels, because what Pan-Africanism is about dignity. Pan-Africanism is about solving with problems. Pan-Africanism is about economic freedom. Pan-Africanism is about cultural empowerment. I'm not apologetic about that. I'm not, and I am unapologetically Pan-African. And if you want, you forget for consumer. If you didn't have your own pulpit, you're the consumer, and it is important. That's the only way we can solve our problems.
You get one critic now where they say, if you like say this not going to be helpful to the general public.
It's their own perspective. We not cater for the general population, but we cater say at the end of the day, it trickles down into the population, right? We need to cater for every individual in Sierra Leone. That's not what we are catering for. But what you do, Facebook started from a small garage. Today, it impacts the rest of the world, right? Apple started from a garage by Steve Jobs. Today, we say Apple Day is impacting the whole world. You know they start by catering for the whole population. You plant few seeds, those seeds diffuse. That's how innovation spreads. Okay. So the last part I get to say is, this is critical. We do we own small parts, now we corner, and those small parts, they add up to the whole part, right? This is about people embracing what we're doing. It involves sacrifices, it involves time, it involves energy. We all can take we hands off and sit in other parts of the world. Some of we come to this country out of reduction, out of great sacrifice. We go one, if we want, we sit anywhere on the wall and you know, X out things. But we take this time for come in at enormous sacrifice to ourselves, we own careers, we own families, and other stuff, for ensure we plant some seeds in communities. And that's the example we want for push as a people, right? It's not, people can take them anyhow they feel like doing. but it's moving.
Okay. Plenty thank you to una always send una text message. We apologize for we are not going to read the text message we can directly, and as well as the WhatsApp and YouTube messages. We began at the studio. Professor Alhaji Njai, founder of Project 1808, as the festival and the host Leadership and Science Festival na Koidu City, Kabbalah. Again, for be a 3 days program. Any program na free, you can join the program. Thank you for joining me at the studio, and boku thank you to the technical head David Harding, air assistants Alfred Pewa, we also the servers with camera operator, we producer Wena Suleiman Jallo, and to una always watch and send message. Boku thank you to una continue for stay with Unity Broadcasting Online TV, share and be part of this beautiful family. Me we present this program today. Now your beautiful Haja Mariam Bilkish Dumbuya. Assalamu alaikum.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. The TV don't come. For developments now we come to unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we come to unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion. You for know about Salon politics. Religious messages, entertainment self no go left bien. We no go left nothing bien no.
TV don't come. For developments now we come to unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we come to unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments now we nation salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history,
defeating the lives of fake people.
Waiting they be na social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say, and we let myself and better salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come. For developments now we come to unify, sensitize and inform we all. For developments